Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. It is Friday, and don't forget Lucky's on Sunday. We'll be there live streaming the game. Oh my, excuse me, live stream reaction. Don't come after me, YouTube police. I'm not live streaming the game because we know you show NFL clips, they will shut you down. But be sure to come down to Lucky's if you're in the area. We're going to be doing some giveaways from the autograph shirts and stuff that we had for all the fans that come through and stuff. And of course, we'll be there with my man E2 Blue, Michael Anthony Fitness, and possibly DMV Dallas Cowboys. Foots, we're still looking for you. One of these games, maybe you'll show up, but we'll see. But don't forget, be there. Lucky's Manchester Lakes. Now, you know when you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, it's no matter what happens or whatever you do, it's always bad. They always find negative things no matter what. So here it is. Mark Davis realized, damn, we screwed up. We thought we were actually stealing a pick from the Dallas Cowboys, which that pick seems to be looking like it's getting further and further out in the draft. I know some of you guys still say, we gave up too much for Amari Cooper. That's the number one draft pick. Well, take a look at drafted wide receivers. Okay? Generally speaking, it takes a couple of years for those guys to really develop, unless you're like, Odell Beckham or Julio Jones. And, even Calvin Ridley, you look at him, the guy that we were talking about targeting in this year's draft, well, he's in Atlanta with Matty Ice. Everybody says is one of the best quarterbacks out there, and he's benefiting from having Julio Jones and Sanu out there and still not that big of an impact player. So when you look at us, we definitely were going to need to get a wide receiver next year in the draft. You probably would not get that impact that you need next year. Amari Cooper, 24 years old, right now, the best wide receiver quarterback combination in the NFL over the last 5 weeks. Let me say that again. The number one quarterback wide receiver combination in the NFL, Dak to Amari. Looks like we're going to have an Amari Christmas this year. So, of course, now, the thing is, they're talking about, is Amari Cooper really that much into football? His demeanor, he's too laid back. He's not a rah, rah, rah guy. You know what? Take a look at my son, Michael. Michael is always like this. Okay? He's never, and he's never, oh. He's always like this. I mean, we're on the sidelines at the game, pre-game, and we know how much he loves Rico Gathers. Rico, he's one of the first ones to get the Rico jersey. Rico Gathers is 15 feet away. You know what Michael's expression was? The usual, just not that rah-rah guy. And I'm like, Michael. It's like, yeah, man, this is great. It's like, where's the excitement? There's Rico right there. There's Jalen Smith right there. Yeah. That's kind of Amari Cooper. Now, we're used to seeing Dez Bryant throwing up the X and, of course, that's just Dez's personality. Amari Cooper is one of those controlled furies. And believe me, after what happened in Oakland, that dumpster fire, a team that may not have a place to play next year, they're carpetbaggers right now. They've destroyed that team. He is happy and excited about being here. But I wanted to go ahead and get the take from the Talking Heads.
Emotionally than older vets, like us.
Well, you.
Oh, wow, Jenna.
Hey, listen, I gotta just,
Lie?
finally, speaking of the Cowboys, Amari Cooper has been killing it since being traded to Dallas. I'm trying. Earlier this week, he was asked about people interpreting his laid-back demeanor as a sign that he lacks passion for the game. Take a listen to what he had to say.
And you can't play football for 20 years or 18 years and not have passion for the game and not want to play the game. I think it's ludicrous to even have that type of assessment.
Even the way he responds to questions. He's got sort of a laid back, laissez as it comes kind of attitude. What'd you make of that, Cece?
We try to put, athletes into these boxes, and maybe we've never seen one like that. That doesn't mean someone can't be effective. And Amari, to me, he reminds me, he's not as intense as Larry Fitzgerald. He's more like Calvin Johnson and A.J. Green. But the coaches who coach these guys, you have to identify who they are, what motivates them. And for Amari's a great kid. He's got zero character flaws. He's a hard worker. But when you accuse someone of, hey, I don't like your demeanor, and I think it might affect you as a football player, it's an insult. Yeah. Like it's like when people see me, they try to give me a compliment, like I got nice hands and I just fumbled that. But they say, hey, oops, you know something? You're well spoken. That's not a compliment. Like I'm supposed to be well spoken. Amari is a nice kid. He does have a demeanor that is not necessarily the typical wide receiver demeanor, but he's just like A.J. Green. They've embraced that in Cincinnati. That's why A.J. Green has been successful. You cannot go to Alabama, I don't care if you're a kicker, and not be intense. So people who would even say that about Amari Cooper, do you realize he's from the streets of South Miami? Like, he's intense when he's got to be. He went to Nick Saban. There is no more intense coach. Belichick, Saban. He went there and got remarkable numbers on and off the field. So whoever did this type of scouting, not surprised the Oakland Raiders probably are kind of at the head of this. Not surprised they really missed on a great kid.
And listen, I'll pull a name from recent history that you didn't mention. On the field, I'm talking. Marvin Harrison's similar. Marvin Harrison was demure, was quiet, always handing the ball to the ref. And now, again, on the field. But he was an outstanding, dominant football player. Sometimes I understand pro athletes, especially this level, they're rich, they're famous, they seemingly have these great lives. I get it. But we are unfair with a lot of our commentary. Like, a lot of it is, don't be too much this, don't be too little this. We know if you get to the intensity level of Odell Beckham, that's on one end of the extreme, you're going to be criticized. And if you're demure and quiet and soft-spoken, wait, are you really passionate about the game? Like, how do we think guys got there? Now, I do understand there are some football players that it's more of a job than a passion, but that is more the outlier than the rule.
When I was getting ready to work Amari Cooper out, before he had any big-time scholarship offers, he had a bad injury his junior year, so he was only a 3-star recruit. Mm-hmm. People know in the 5-star is the best you can get. So that's not a wide receiver that's going to end up at University of Alabama having 3 stars. Before the workout, I told him, Coach Saban, if he likes you in this workout, he will be watching. Are you ready for this? Like, this could change your life, man. This is the day you've been waiting for. He's like, let's go, Coach. I was like, no, Amari, no, you need to know, man. Coach Saban has me here. I'm going to give you this private workout and everything. Like, do you understand what's at stake here? He was like, let's do it, Coach. Is there any certain thing that you want to do? No, anything you want me to do, I will do it.
What about the hoodie?
Well, I tell you what. Here's my thing. I would rather have a controlled fury than, say, an Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham is always, and this is not to trash him. He's a great talent, great receiver and things. But when you get those guys that are so much me, harder on the team. You get guys that are always in the spotlight. They're always under the press. They're always, making waves. It's great for the fans. It's great for the talking heads and stuff, but sometimes it's not the best thing for the team because in retrospect, it's the best teams that win Super Bowls, not the greatest players. Because a lot of times you look at the New England Patriots, there are no me's. They are guys that go to work, they're low key, they're not looking for the attention, but they're focused in on one thing, and that is winning it all every single year. Odell Beckhams of the world and stuff, hey, they get the headlines. They get the views, but they're not getting the rings. I'm okay with him being low key, controlled, and going out there and leading the NFL in receptions. I'm Mark Holmes, I'm going to see you guys real soon. Don't forget, Lucky's live stream on Sunday for our Cowboys, hopefully stepping on the throats of the Colts and winning the NFC East and getting this thing out the way. I'll see you soon.